What is up, everybody? I know it's been a minute since y'all seen my face, man. Shout out to all my comic book collectors, nerds, fans, whatever you want to identify yourself as, man. My name is Andre Harrison. Today is Wednesday, and you know what happens on Wednesday. If you're part of the comic book culture, you know Wednesdays is when we get those new releases for the week, man. Make sure to support your local comic book stores, man, and make sure to support your independent artist as well on the Whole Effing Show channel. Make sure to hit that follow, subscribe if it's your first time on the channel, whether you were tuning in on YouTube or whether you're watching on Twitch. The support is greatly appreciated. Let me go ahead and just knock this off my screen real quick because that was just a little too distracting for me. Man, it is April 10th, 2024, and on this channel, I like to give all comic book artists, writers, inkers, colorists, etc. their flowers. I try to stay as positive as I can on here. That doesn't mean that I won't go on rants from time to time or, point out things that I don't like or whatnot, but I try not to put too much emphasis on the negative and try to focus more on the positive, and give some proper promotion. Because I feel like with the comic book community, as opposed to like the anime community, I don't really see too many comic book streamers that are like, making videos, hyping up comic books and putting people, letting people know what's coming out or aware what's coming out. And it's more, I see more like negativity when I see, like, when I look for Marvel stuff or DC stuff. It's always like, you'll if you search for Marvel or whatnot, you're probably gonna find Nerdrotic or like Geeks and Gamers or something like that. And 9 out of 10 times, I love those channels. I watch them all the time, but a lot of times they're dunking on the establishment or whatnot, and as someone who's been reading comic books since, I'm about to age myself right here. I probably don't look it, but I've been reading comic books since 1991, bruh. X-Men issue 1, Jim Lee. Still got that bad boy. You know what? I don't got all my books on me, but right here, I keep my little X-Men. This is where it started for me, X-Men issue 1. Shout out to Jim Lee. He got that, he autographed it for me. He autographed it. Damn near got like the whole Jim Lee collection up in here, really, if skim through it real quick. Issue 2 through to what now? I don't know what just fell out. Oh, this was from Gabe El Taib. Truth, Justice, American Way. Got that at San Diego Comic-Con. I'm not here to show off the collection more so. I'm here to talk about what is releasing today, man. But yeah, I just want to, give everybody the shout out. Shout out to the geeks and gamers, the nerdrotics of the world, because you do need people to gatekeep, because it feels like the nerd industry, it became like the it kind of became like something that it's bigger than, like, I remember growing up, it wasn't too many of us that were like in that circle, and now it's with the whole movies catching on, the MCU and everything, it became more like a thing that's become like accepted by like mainstream, but not everybody's like a diehard or like collect comic books and whatnot. It's just for the true fans or whatnot. With that said, also a little bit about myself before we do get started, because I know you guys don't know me from a can of paint. I'm from San Diego, California. My name's Andre Harris. I actually graduated from the San Diego Art Institute for Media Arts and Animation. Whoop-de-doo. I currently work in behavioral health, but on the side, I am actually working, writing, and drawing a comic book. I've been an artist all my life since like the 3rd grade, 4th grade. Around that time when I first picked up X-Men, been drawing ever since. Huge pro wrestling fan on the side, big gamer and whatnot. You could catch me playing video games and whatnot, also on my Twitch channel at the Whole Effing Show. With that said, though, let's get into the comic books coming out this week. So I got a website that I usually go to check in on these things, man. Big shout out to leagueofcomicgeeks.com, man, because they always get you up to date. And with leagueofcomicgeeks.com, I highly recommend setting up an account over there and checking a month in advance, because you have to like set your orders a month in advance in order to get those variants shipped out. So if there's a specific variant that you want, then what you want to do is you want to hurry up as soon as possible, and you want to go a month out and put that order in so that they can have it pulled for you. So that way you don't have to go to a comic shop and get extorted basically for these covers or whatnot. You know, you can have it for the cover price that you would normally get it. Otherwise, you're going to be up in there shopping around. It's going to be a gambit. So with that said, we are about to break down the books coming out this week, starting with the Amazing Spider-Man issue 47. It looks like some John Romita artwork right there. I could be wrong. But all right. Like I said, man, I try to be positive up on here. And another thing you got to take in consideration is that all this stuff is subjective. What I might necessarily like may not be your cup of tea, and vice versa. The art styles and whatnot that I might be attracted to might not be your cup of tea, and vice versa, you know. So just want to keep that in mind. This I see a few variant arts here. This is one of the things that really does get me about American comic books, you know, is that growing up, it wasn't always like that. Me being an 80s baby and growing up during the time when Jim Lee was doing the artwork on the X-Men, Mark Silvestri was doing Wolverine, you had Todd McFarlane on Spider-Man, Rob Liefeld on X-Force, you had Greg Capullo on X-Force after that, and whatnot. Like the cover art, which was amazing, was consistent throughout the book, whereas amazing cover art and then the rest of the interior art doesn't match that cover art, so that's kind of a bummer to me. And I often see now that like the normal cover is usually going to be the interior art guy, and then you'll see like the variant covers that look way better. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but they look way better, and it just makes you wish that those people were the ones who were like did the entire artwork, because you don't get that with manga ever. If you do get a variant, I mean, you don't ever get variants with manga really, but if you do get like the art is consistent throughout the whole thing. You get the cover artist is the person who's consistently doing it. So I kind of wish we would go back to that, because these variants, it's just it's buying several you know conditions. They put these conditions. I do like is that they actually are, oh well, okay, Web of Spider-Man is a different, okay. In any case, this one not really catching my eye too much, and my freaking mouse pad is bugging on me, so I'm having difficulty going back. What the hell is going on? Kidding me right now. Great, my mouse pad was being a bitch. All right. Continuing on. So shout out to whoever's up in here. Not sure where y'all watching from. But yeah, moving on. Action Comics 1064. Let's click on, see what this is looking like. Not too bad of a cover. It's a pretty sweet cover. I ain't gonna hold you. Got my boy Lobo up in there. You got some variations of Superman man, you know? Um, you know what? This cover ain't too bad. It's better than a few of the variants. So I'll give it that. If I had to choose, I'd probably say this is the best variant to me right here. That right there, that's pretty sweet to me right there. And I think my computer's bugging. Let me see. Yeah, my computer needs an update. You know what? You guys, hold up. Let me shout out to Ryan. I see you up in here, Ryan. Yo, my computer is a little sluggish. Panther, I believe that did that already come out? I thought it came out today, if I'm not mistaken, unless they're on like issue like a little bit into it. But the new Ultimate Universe, I'm definitely trying to get into that. The new Spider-Man Ultimate Universe I hear is really good right now. So definitely want to check it into that as well. Dates here real quick and try to restart because it's acting up on me, bro. Unless everything's straight for off. If you're not having any issues on you guys end, then I'll stick around. But I love this art style right here from Peach Momoko. Freaking fire. I love her art style so much, bro. Reminds me slightly of mine, but better. I ain't gonna hold you. She's better than me, definitely. Um, there's some sweet covers here. I don't know this girl. Maybe this is because it's the new Ultimate Universe. This may be a new character coming in. Looks like she could be related to Storm based on the earrings, the hair color, the powers are essentially the same. So I don't know if she's related or just a different take on it, an Asian Storm or whatnot. I don't know. But let's read the synopsis. It says the Ultimate X-Men go back to school, high school, that is. It's a new school year for Hazako as she tries to grasp on her new powers, where she meets a cool white-haired punk girl named May, aka Maystorm, who understands all too well the challenges Hazako faces, and they team up to embark on a creepy adventure to learn who is behind the creepy shadow that has been haunting and taunting them. All right, so yo, I ain't gonna hold you. This is the first one out of the 3 books that I've seen so far where I'm like, yeah, I'm copping this. Like, I'm going to the comic book store, place an order. I want to add this to the collection. Um, a big preference for me, I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I'm an artist, so like for me, art is number one. Like a good story, I love a good story. Don't get me wrong, but I am a art junkie. Um, I'm more likely to return to a book with consistent good art than I am a book with a good story but crappy art. Now, if you have an amazing story and crappy art, I might stick with it because of it, but I'm more likely to pick up a book with a weak story but amazing art. Art is king to me. And as someone who does the process of both writing a comic book and drawing a comic book, I definitely have a newfound respect for the writing side and the writer's process and whatnot. But there's still, make no mistake about it, the art is the crux. It's way more. It's way harder, way more time consuming to do the art, the backgrounds, and everything than it is to do the writing by far. Um moving along, that variant cover is sweet as well, man. I'm curious. I'm drawing because I've been doing a lot of writing for this book, and when I see stuff like this, it makes me want to just do some practice sketches just to warm up. Don't know nothing about this character, but I definitely plan on picking up this book and learning more about her. I also seen that armor is in the book right there as well, so definitely intrigued to see what the Ultimate Universe has got in store for us. Because man, I've been hearing good things about the Ultimate Universe as of late, man. Shout out to the you're the opposite in regard to what E. Shout out to Eric up in here, man. Greatly appreciate the support, my guy. Shout out to your beautiful family as well. And Eric, yo, this one, you know what, man? This one might be for you, Eric. This character, man. Oh, okay, I got you. I got you. Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, I see. I got that '90s edge. I start off right in '91 where art was like the key. Like that's when they had that renaissance with Image. Like 1 year before they did the Image, I got in, and it was the years of the artist over the writers. Like I'd say about like late 2000s to early 2010s. That's when the artists start to take a back seat to the writers, because a lot of the big name artists kind of fell back into like positions of like business positions, like executives. That's why Jim Lee's like the main guy at DC now, and Todd McFarlane got his own company, and Rob Liefeld had his own company, and Mark Silvestri had his own company, and all these people were doing their own thing and whatnot. But yo, this character is dope. It looks like I'm assuming she's gonna be like half black, half Asian, which would be wild for you, bro, because that's your child's gender. So that would be sick for her too, for that representation. Um, and I'm just gonna keep everything positive over here, bro. I don't I love how do I phrase this, man? Because I do feel like Marvel does go overboard. Same with DC with like the representation with the race swaps and whatnot. But I mean, representation does matter at the same time, bro. So you got to have it in there. You just got to do it in a tasteful, respectful way. The way they're doing it with the Ultimate Universe with that character, that's how you do it. Create a new character, new story, new designs and everything. I can respect that a whole lot more than taking a character I grew up with, that I have history with, and then you just saying no. Screw that. They're this now. Oh, that person's a girl now. When they and Wolverine, if I had to put a slight edge, I would go Wolverine. But Wolverine and Gambit, they've always been like tied for my favorite two superheroes. A lot of people always thought Spider-Man, because I did a lot of photography and a professional photographer as well. So people call me Spider-Man and shit. But moving on, Wolverine issue 47. Yo, for the people who haven't been at a comic book store, who haven't been keeping up with comic books in a while, I can't speak for everything. I can't tell you about every single comic book character that's going on, whatnot. But what I can tell you is you have got to go back and eBay if you need to. Wolverine Sabretooth Wars. I highly recommend this series, this crossover event. It's not finished up yet. It's still ongoing. But from what I've gotten like 2 of the issues so far. I got issue 1 of Sabretooth Wars and issue 3. I'm missing 2 in the rest of them. I shit you not. I am going to hunt down every single issue of this freaking story. Is so brutal. It's so epic. This is Sabretooth at his peak, bro. This is peak Sabretooth, bro. And yo, when I said peak Sabretooth, I got all the Wolverine Sabretooths. I got the X-Men, or I'm sorry, I got Wolverine issue 90, where he popped the 3rd claw in the brain, bro. I got the Mutant Massacre, the first issues, and then the first few times they battled. I got the issues back in the day. I forgot who that artist was. It was so sick. When Silver Sable came back, bro. I got damn near all the monumental Wolverine versus Sabretooth battles. And from what I've seen so far with the Sabretooth War, this is peak Wolverine Sabretooth. You guys have got to pick this up and give it a read if you haven't already. It looks amazing. This cover is okay. It's I'm on the fence 50-50 with that cover. I don't count these covers right here. These Marvel Universe or Marvel Masterpiece, fire cover for sure, but I don't cover it because that's literally, it's just you took the old Marvel Masterpiece. This is from Marvel Master. I remember collecting these series back when they came out as a kid. I still got the Marvel Masterpiece 1 collection. I don't have the other ones still, but that's not from 1, so I'm assuming it's from either 2 or 3. This is a redrawing of Wolverine issue 90 I was mentioning earlier, and this one actually looks hard to say if I like it better than the other one. Kind of got more of a paint effect on this one. The other one was more of like a like 2D sprite or traditional, I'd say. Both look great. I would definitely go with this cover. For this one, I don't care what cover I get. It's getting caught, bro. Straight up. The Sabretooth Wars is so freaking good right now. I highly recommend it to anybody picking up. And man, it feels like those things are coming out like bi-weekly or something, man. Because man, like, yeah, those things dropping in. It's all in the Wolverine too. It's not like other comic books, just Wolverine. Not a big Transformers guy myself, but man, we giving everybody their flowers, man. Who will lead the Decepticons after last issue's shocking ending? Starscream and Soundwave battle for leadership, and the results will change the Decepticons forever. And the Autobots, when they have more allies than they imagined. All right, this not really my style. Pretty sure the variants, man, or best variant, I guess, or best cover overall. I really wish that they would have the people that they go, oh, that cover right there is sick as hell. I really wish that they would have like the same cover artists for the interior. Moving along, we got Fantastic Four 19, and bro, I ain't gonna hold you. This might get copped just for the cover, bro. You got Alex Ross on the cover. It's just not fair to the other comic books out there. All comic book covers are not created equal, and neither are the artists, because Alex Ross is the exception. When I talk about, I wish that the cover artist would be the same. If you put out work like this, bro, like I can understand, bro. I don't expect 38 pages or 28 pages from Alex Ross to consistently keep up this consistency. It's just ridiculous. Man. And Alex Ross is one of the exceptions. Inches of it. Even her name was a warning that things were about to get bad for me real quick. Storm, Miss Susie Storm, standing there in a blue gown, custom made to take years off the life of anyone who saw her. Big as if in my crummy office, the doll needs a private eye to find her boyfriend. Seems she's pulled a disappearing act 1. Professor Richards, a hard luck egghead who somehow scored way out of his league. It didn't want to take her case, but my bank account said otherwise. And besides, there was something about her, a sense of danger maybe, but also vulnerability. Call me a sap, but the world's a tough place. I'm sorry, I was looking at my phone. Call me a sap, but the world's a rough place. And me, I didn't want to take it any rougher on her. Of course, it wasn't long before I wished I had a good sense to keep my distance. Curious who the detective is on this case right here. But as we see, these are the people that are going to be featured in the book. I'm assuming it's going to be Harvey Elder, Human Torch, Mr. Fantastic Thing, also be appearing in the book along with the Trapster and Alicia Masters Grimm. I'm not too familiar with Alicia Masters Grimm. Is that the thing? Did the thing have a kid or something? Not certain. Let's see here. But yeah, that would probably be a pickup just based off that cover. I'm a huge sucker for Alex Ross art. Moving along, Green Lantern issue 10. Not big on Green Lantern myself. Covers decent. I'm not too big on these variant covers for this one, to keep it a buck. Hal Jordan returns to Oa. With Hal's ring newly recharged, he leaves Earth for Oa to uncover the mysteries surrounding the central power batteries. While Carol makes a choice that will change her destiny forever, plus Kevin Maguire joins Green Lantern's archetype Jeremy Adams to tell the tale of Guy Gardner, the United Planets, Lobo, and wrestling. It's a Guy's bonus Lobo adventure, part 1 of 3. Okay, I'm not big on Green Lantern at all. I'm more of a Flash guy. Usually when I do get Green Lantern books, it's because it'll have a tie-in featuring either Batman or Flash or someone like that. And this might peak. I would have to go in the comic book store, look through a few pages to see if it piques my interest. But two things stand out that make me consider this one. Normally I wouldn't for a Green Lantern, and that's Lobo and wrestling. If you know me, I'm a big Lobo fan, and if you know me, you know more than even comic books or anything. More than anything, I am a huge pro wrestling fan. That was my first passion in life. Been a wrestling fan. My first memories of pro wrestling. So that right there sparks my interest. Even my comic book I'm working on is based on pro wrestling. I'm not gonna give away nothing else, but if I'll give you that one thing. It's gonna be based on pro wrestling. Moving on, we got Batman and Robin issue 8. I'm loving this art style. I like this artist, their style, their stylization would definitely be one of the ones that would end up being in my monthly pools just because of the art style. Man Bat and Shush target Gotham as Batman finds himself in the clutches of a new cult that worships Man Bat. Batman continues his own investigation into his high school's connection to Shush. Can the father and son dynamic duo uncover Man Bat and Shush's master plan before Gotham pays the price? For my art heads out there, I highly recommend giving this one a look, man. This artist, I feel like the cover art is gonna My apologies, you guys. This computer straight messed up on me in the middle of the uh, live stream. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and update my computer, and I'm just gonna retop. So you guys don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. I'm gonna restart my computer, update my computer, and I'm gonna just redo this live stream. This thing's still bugging. Ay, ay, ay. This computer always fucking up on me, man. God.